I'll make our government open and transparent so that anyone can ensure that our business is the people's business.
Making Uncle Sam's business your business? That was then Senator Barack Obama pledging to the American people openness. But one of the most critical agencies in the country, the agency responsible for helping our nation's heroes, is shrouding itself in secrecy. Despite countless attempts by the press and by lawmakers, the VA department won't account for veteran deaths under its watch. Joining me now with details, Pete Hegseth with Concerned Veterans for America. This is a shocking story. Just how secret is the VA, Pete?
Jerry, the VA has shown a consistent and persistent blocking a secretive culture where they don't want to expose what's actually going on. And in the story that's been revealed, there were 19 preventable deaths that were revealed through media outlets had occurred at VA. And a reporter at the Tampa Tribune simply wants to know what hospitals that occurred at. And the administration stood back and said, we don't have to tell you that, even though there was a FOIA request brought forward. This is part of a very concerted pattern not to reveal what's actually going on. So we don't know how deep this pattern is because they won't reveal it. And when you can't reveal it, what's happening, you can't actually hold people accountable, which is, I think, part of the concerted strategy the department is employing.
So precisely what is the material you think they're holding secret, and why? Why are they doing it? Because the only way the problem's going to get solved is if we know what happened.
That's right, because the bureaucracy succeeds when it is shrouded in secrecy. If we know, say, what hospital these deaths occurred at, well, then the administrators in charge of these hospitals just might have to be held accountable, except no one under this administration since 2009 has been fired at the top levels. We're talking hospitals where preventable deaths have occurred, where backlogs have exploded, where veterans are waiting. No one's been held accountable because it's hard to pin down the numbers of where it's actually occurring or what hospital it's actually occurring at. So when you don't answer reports or reporters or congressional inquiries, you're not held to account for the details, and instead people know there's a problem, but they can hide behind the secrecy.
A lot of FOIA requests are going unanswered. Lots of questions out there that nobody seems to want to respond to. There's something called Exemption 5. What is that?
Exemption 5 it's basically something that any government agency, and in this case the VA, has used, where they can say this is part of a process, therefore it's not a definitive, we don't have a definitive answer yet, therefore we don't have to disclose it. It's been used more and more across the government as an excuse not to disclose information, even though this president, once he was elected, said we're going to peel back Exemption 5 so departments are forced to reveal embarrassing information, revealing information. If it's not something that shouldn't be withheld, then let's let it out into the public eye. This department, VA, is using it over and over and over again not to reveal really damning information about the conduct there. That's why an organization like ours has started something called the VA Accountability Project, where we're trying to hold just basic managers accountable for their performance by forcing them to reveal actual details of what's going on. Until the public knows how their dollars are being spent or misused, you can't hold people accountable. So they're hiding behind an Exemption 5, where they say they don't have to give information, but if you dig into the details, what they're withholding doesn't fall under Exemption 5.
Got a long way to go on this one. Pete, I hope you'll come back. It's just an appalling story, and we want to follow it. We want to make sure we stay on top of it, and I know you'll help us. We've
got dozens of veterans on Capitol Hill today and tomorrow fighting on this very. We're charging ahead on it.
All right. Keep us informed. Thank you so much. Good to have you here.
Thanks, Sherry. Appreciate it.
Well.